Hello and welcome to this week's Craft and Chat. It is Tuesday the 19th, 19th of December. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm live on Facebook on my Inspiring Inking page and on YouTube on my Inspiring Inking channel. So how are we today? If you're watching live, please do me a sound and a light check. And if you are watching the replay, thank you so much. Do leave me comments. I do love to hear from you. I'm aware I'm a couple of minutes late. My clock downstairs said it was 5:02 and I got upstairs and it was 2 minutes past. So I obviously need to sort out my clocks. So hopefully my momentary delay won't cause too many problems. I can see people joining, so phew, you're still here. That's good. That's good. Right. Hello, Ali and Scylla. All is well, says Scylla. Thank you so much. I'm very pleased to hear it. Okay, so week before Christmas. How are we doing? How are we feeling? Those of you that are celebrating, how are you doing with all your doings? All your Christmas doings. I saw something on social media this morning which says it's a really British and my international friends, let me know if this is a thing where you are too. Where whenever you ask anybody, are you ready for, I don't know, Christmas, holiday, birthday, whatever, we always say, oh, we just got a few bits and bobs still to do. Nobody ever thinks they're finished. We always go, oh, there's a few more bits and bobs. Last minute bits to get. I love it when all the shops shut because then you can't get any more last minute bits and bobs at all. But yeah, I'm done. I'm surprised I'm saying that out loud. Actually, it's not true. There are 3 very small presents downstairs that need to be wrapped, but other than that, we're done. Even the cards have gone. So yeah. So we're okay. I've got food deliveries coming on Thursday. Last minute bits and bobs. And then I will probably get up early on Saturday and, go to the supermarket and get anything else that I've forgotten. Because that always happens, don't you? You think, oh, what about? And then you realize you've forgotten something vitally important. So yeah. So let's have a look. We are reaching Australia. Hi, Donna. So that's good. And it's rainy there. It's rainy here. It's been hoofing down all day. I was out for coffee with a friend this morning, and she got delayed because of an accident. The roads were rubbish. And I was sat at some traffic lights, and it's sort of down a slip road. And the flyover above, the water coming off the flyover onto my roof, it was like a deluge. They're just so wet at the moment, really rubbish. Ali saying that she's got one more gift to wrap and food shopping. Donna's made a pudding. Finished making Christmas presents. Oh, just have to make the nibbles and bake the leg of lamb. So you have lamb then, Donna, Christmas dinner. And it's very wet in Oxfordshire, says Margaret. So, yeah. So I've been curled up with a blanket and tea since I got back in. Just damp and mizzy. It's not good. Oh my goodness, Chris, that's dreadful. So Chris lives up the road from me, about an hour further north. And she was saying it's been bucketing, and she turned back from a trip on the A34 because it was so unsafe. Yeah, and that road, I don't know what it is about the A34. It is not a great road. We travel a lot when we're going up to visit family, and it's not a great road. And Donna's saying there's been major flooding in North Queensland, over 1 meter of rain from Cyclone Jasper. Blimey. We haven't had 1 meter of rain, Donna. Right. So I haven't actually got a huge amount to talk to you about this week. We were away at the weekend. We had a Christmas party with some of our friends, and we were away for the weekend. And there was a disco and yummy food and way too much laughter. So yeah, we had an amazing time. But as a consequence, because I knew we were away last weekend, kind of I've been busy getting everything ready prior to that, because I knew I wouldn't be able to do anything last minute. So I think, like I said, I think I'm done. Blimey, can you hear that drilling sound? The estate where I live, we're in a cul-de-sac, kind of tucked in the corner, and there's kind of streets all around us, and they've all got huge potholes. So they've started digging up the roads to fill them in. Obviously, the council's found some money from somewhere to fill in all these holes. But it's pretty much all of the streets all around. So I was trying to film yesterday, and they've got the jackhammers out, and all I could hear was the jackhammers. So I gave up. So I'm hoping they're going to stop for Christmas fairly soon. So there we go. Oh, so for Donna's Christmas meal, she has lamb and chicken and ham, and it's all cold, as it's very hot where she is, obviously, in Australia, and served with salads. Delicious. Hello, Michelle. Good to see you. Okay, so I've already had a few people telling me that their craft along kits have arrived for December. I did send them out early, and after our conversation last week or the week before about Royal Mail, it was astonishing, because I sent everything second class, and I knew that it had got like 2.5 weeks to get to you. So it would be absolutely fine. But some people were telling me they got it the following day. So the post is just kind of crackers still. But I was chatting to a postie on Thursday last week, because he came with like a mountain of parcels. And actually, not everything that I'd ordered. So Kim's been sending me stuff to come here to make sure she gets it on time. And I said, but there's no letters. And he went, yeah, we're not allowed to deliver letters. What do you mean? He said, no. He said, we've been told everybody has to deliver parcels till the parcels are cleared. Then we can start delivering letters again. What, really? He went, yep. So a very unhappy postman. Which is not good. Margaret's kits arrived too. Awesome. So I will get the cutting list and the email out to you in the next couple of days. I wasn't expecting the kits to get there so fast. So I haven't done that yet, but I will do. You've got some sneak peek stuff in there as well in your kit. If you've opened your kit, you might have seen it. You might not know that it's sneak peek stuff, but I will explain all at Craft Along after Christmas. So just so you know, there won't be a Craft and Chat next week, which is the 26th of December. That's because it's Boxing Day. Here in the UK, that's still a bank holiday. But more importantly, my family will still be here. So as much as I love you, I'm going to hang out with my family instead. But I will be here the following Tuesday, which is the 2nd, with loads of sneak peeks and lots of stuff. There are trying to get my English words correct. The new catalogues are here. I've got to finish writing the letter and get it printed, and then it will be going out in the post. So my plan is to take it to the post office on probably Friday. It's unlikely to get to you before Christmas. My plan is that you get it in between Christmas and New Year. But the new catalogue doesn't launch until the 5th of January anyway. So you've got plenty of time to kind of look and see. But I'm going to show you some really cool stuff today, and also talk to you about the spring retreat. So it's very exciting. I've got some fun stuff to show you, and I'm really excited about this new catalogue. And there are products in there that mean that I can do some more messy crafting. So that makes me happy, makes me very happy to do messy crafting. Okay. That's going to slurp my tea. Then I've got some Christmas cards to show you. Thank you so much if you have sent me Christmas cards. You are very lovely and very naughty, but very lovely, because I love Christmas cards. I've got a mountain to show you. So let's start. So this is from Janet and Theo. If I move my face out of the way, it should focus on that. Isn't that really, really, really pretty? This one is from Alison. This one is from Sally. This is using Christmas classics. Quite a lot using Christmas classics, actually. And I'm really excited because this ribbon is something that I'm going to be using for the spring retreat, and I didn't have any. So it was really nice to see somebody using a product that I haven't got, which is very cool. This one is from the lovely Roz. This one is from Leslie. Ooh. And from Sharon. It's like a can't even think of the name of the fold now, but it's very cool. This one is from Joanne. This made me smile because Joanne put from East Yorkshire. In case I wasn't sure which Joanne. I don't think she's here at the moment, but she will watch on the replay. So Joanne, thank you very much. This one is from Sue and Steve. Love this. Fun fold. This one's from Maureen. This one's from Michelle. Another fun fold. It's really cool. Ooh. This one is from Elizabeth S. And there was a parcel with it as well. So Elizabeth, thank you very much. It's under the tree. Ooh, this one is from Susan. And this is Christmas Classics again. It's very cool. Yeah, it's completely whited me out now. If you haven't got that, it's the dies are in the sale, and they're still available. That's in Europe, and that's from M. There's some silver embossing there. Ooh, and from Margaret. Margaret's here today. Thank you very much, Margaret. Isn't that beautiful? I don't know. Can you see the embossing? It's like a fir tree embossing as well. This one is from Anne. Got these little tiny wooden embellishments on it, which are very cool. Another fun fold. Ooh, fun fold. Ooh. A fun fold from the lovely Wendy. It's really cool. Polar bears from Jen. I don't know whether you can see. There's these really cool snowflakes that are like iridescent embossing powder. Sometimes it's really hard for the light to catch. And some more polar bears from Kerry as well. So thank you so much. Look at this great big stack of Christmas cards. Very exciting. Thank you so much. Carol, hello. Connecticut is in the house. Nice to see you. Okay, so I'm going to get straight into the crafting because I've got new products to show you. Now, as I said, the new catalogue launches 5th of January, I think. Might be the 4th. I haven't got a catalogue. Oh, actually, it'll tell me on the back of this one when it finishes. 3rd. So it's the 4th. So it launches on the 4th. It's celebration as well. So for every £45 you spend in January and February, you can get a free product, and there's a secondary catalogue that goes with it. So when in the post will come the spring summer catalogue, the celebration catalogue, and a letter from me. Now, launching today is booking for my spring retreat. So it's taking place on the 1st and 2nd of March. Easter's early this year. And we're off on a Stamping Up trip as well, April, May time. So it was kind of, where am I going to fit it all in? So that's when it's going to be. It's exactly the same price as the Christmas retreat. So it's £85. There will be more than £70 worth of products included, plus you will get a celebration item as well. So booking is open right now. It's £25 to £25 deposit, and then the balance needs to be paid by the 1st of February. So I've kind of given you, obviously, over the Christmas period, and January is always, you know, but you need to make your final payment by the 1st, I think it's the 1st of February. But you need to be able to look in the catalogue to see if you need to order anything else or swap things around. So I'm going to show you a lot of the products that are actually going to be included in the retreat. The retreat is 3 different classes. So, well, 3 classes and 3 Zooms. So if you've never done a retreat with me before, let me kind of talk you through it. So the Friday night we'll have a Zoom, and it will just be some fun chatting. You'll get to know other crafters because I mix you up and put you into little breakout rooms so you can meet other people from all over the world, and you can chat together. There's always some kind of crafting there as well, and usually what I do is I showcase something, and you can make it along with me if you want to. Then on the Saturday, first thing Saturday morning, I send out links to 3 individual videos and 3 individual tutorials PDFs. And basically you work at your own pace at home in whatever order you want to. So you don't have to, follow along with me. We've found over the years that works the best. It means that people can pick the things that they want to do, or the amount of time that they've got. So there will be one class which will be a stack of 20 cards, and they're going to be all occasion cards. There'll be one class which will be special birthday cards. So think cards that take a bit of time to make, that pop up or move. We've got lots of layers and all sorts of things like that. And then the third project is a home decor item that I'm still working on. I'm 99% sure I know what it is, but I just need to play around with it a little bit more to make sure it's perfect for you. So that's kind of as much information about the classes. And then on Saturday in the morning, we have a Zoom just to kind of catch up. And in the afternoon, we have a Zoom as well. So basically what they are just chances for us to catch up and for you to ask me questions or whatever. If you've got any questions, you need any additional information. So you can join from wherever you are in the world. Obviously, if you want a kit, the only way you can have a kit is if you are in the UK, because I can only send a kit to the UK. So if you want to join from elsewhere in the world, you are most welcome. Pay the deposit and I will explain where we go from there. Okay, so I'm going to turn the camera around. I'm going to show you these new products, and then I've got a couple of cards to make. So let me stop that. Switch the camera around, and then clicking the wrong things. There we go. Okay, right, let me just have a slurp of my tea. My throat's really dry today. So let's start out. So we're going to start out with the papers. Now, the products that are going to be included in the retreat are all based around the painted lavender set. So there are papers. There is this beautiful stamp set. So you've got building of flowers, and you've got some grasses and some butterflies in there. You can choose to add on the dies, and I'm going to show you the dies in a few minutes. You're also going to be getting some paper butterflies. Now, there are 8 sheets here, so there are 40 butterflies in total, and they're die cut. I'm going to show you them again in a minute. And these beautiful gems. So they're 3 different colors in 3 different sizes. No, 2 different sizes. Really, really beautiful. There's going to be ribbon and lots of cardstock, items for your home decor, all kinds of additional things, but these are kind of the main things. Now, if you can't wait until the 1st of March to have your lavender stamp set, you can always buy it and switch this out. So when people have booked their deposit, I send them out an email and let them switch around whatever it is that they want to, and then I send them out an invoice for the balance. So you can swap pretty much anything and everything about. So it is up to you. But let me show you this paper, because the paper is stunning. So the colours in the paper are always listed here on the back. So in here, there's Berry Burst, Blackberry Bliss, Fresh Freesia, Gorgeous Grape, Highland Heather, Lost Lagoon, Orchid Oasis, Pretty Peacock, Shaded Spruce, and Starry Sky. So mainly you've got greens and blues and purples. So I'm going to just turn them over. Hi, Stella. Thanks for joining us today. No, I don't. Oh, that's actually picking it up really quite well. This is a beautiful sort of watercolor washed pattern, but it's actually enlarged pictures of lavender. It's so pretty. Oh, I'm going to pop that underneath. We've got leaves, and there's actually quite a lot of blue in this. So it's Shaded Spruce, Pretty Peacock. And look at that. So pretty. And these papers, as so often with Stampin' Up, the papers, you could frame them anyway. You've got sort of a crumb cake mottled effect and white leaves, and then a beautiful garden of flowers there. Let's turn that around. And then you've got soft, smaller patterns. So you've got big patterns and smaller scale patterns as well. This is the green version of the purple one that I just showed you a minute ago. Again, yeah, it's actually picking up quite well this time. You can actually see all of the texture of the plants. Then this one is the star of the show. Absolutely beautiful paper. And it's got the dogtooth check on the back, although why you would not be using that side, I don't know. And then that is, yeah, that's the one that I've just shown you. So you're going to get a full pack of this paper in the retreat. As I've already said, you're going to get this stamp set and these gems and a reel of ribbon and lots more besides. So let me show you. Oh yeah, these butterflies. So let me show you the butterflies. I'm just going to get some ink pads. So these are 3 of the colours from the paper. To be fair, there is very little berry burst, but there are like tiny hints of pink. So these are a set of 8 sheets. I'm just going to pull a sheet out to show you. So they're paper butterflies and they're laser cut. So you just, there's tiny tabs where they're attached. You just pull those out and then you've got the most beautiful, delicate butterflies. So you've got 2 sort of flat, what I would class as flat butterflies, and then 3 that are in flight, like this one. Now, obviously, you can use them just like this as white, but what is really fun to do is to colour them. So I've got my blending brushes, and here we go. Let me just pop that back in. And you can just go over them and colour them. So what I thought I would do, I've already started. I've coloured a couple, just to show you. You just want to go gently. Okay, don't scrub at it. This is really, really delicate. And I'm just going to do a little bit there. And then this is Highland Heather. So I just pop that back down again. Bear with me. Let me just pop that back down. Highland Heather. So let's have a 2-tone one there. Now, in the new catalogue, we have a brayer. Now, I am so excited about it. We will be doing lots of brayering. Brayering is a great sort of thing to add to your arsenal, as it were, your crafting arsenal. And this brayer is huge. It's over 4 inches. So it actually covers a huge amount of area. So I'm just colouring in, and it probably looks, from where you're sat, it's kind of looking a bit messy because I've got colours everywhere. But if I grab a piece of white card and pull these out, and put them down for you, you can see the shade and the tone. We are going to have so much fun with these butterflies. Now, let me bring them up. Look how cool they are. And I just want to show you this as well. You can use these as stencils. Now, I've moved that one and that one, actually. But this one you can see is pretty much in the right place. But you can use these as stencils as well. But they're just so pretty. And obviously, so this one I would definitely have folded. So I am just going to go over the top, and I just want to deaden the white a little bit. Actually, you'll be able to see a bit more of the potential for using this as a stencil. I'll just use a little bit of pink. Thank you, Margaret. Right, so that's now the back. So it just means that when I stick that down, it's going to look awesome from all angles. But look at that as a stencil. So, you know, just because they're designed to be coloured in like this, you can use them in so many different ways. But you're getting a whole pack of these in the retreat as well. So you're getting a full pack of those. If you want to buy them, they are £7.50 for 40 butterflies, which I think is amazing value. So again, that's really cool. So I'm just going to put this away. I'll leave that one out because I might be able to put it on one of my cards. I might not because I don't think that was the plan. We'll see. So when you book for the retreat, obviously you're going to get this stamp set, which is a painted lavender stamp set. Now, let me pop that there and move that out of the way. It will come, if you want it to, as a bundle. So if you want to add the dies to the kit, to the retreat kit, you can. And you'll get it obviously at the bundle price. So we've got 3 dies. Ooh. Where did that one go? 3 dies that cut leaves, and you're going to see these in a minute. Cut leaves and some stems. This one's super cool. You can see both of these actually in a minute. And then these dies all cut out the flowers. So and the leaves. So they cut out, yeah, all of them, I think. So they cut out that one, that one, that one, that one, that one, and the butterflies. And then you've got 2 dies for the flowers. So you can stamp it twice and cut those out as well, which is really awesome. Oh, Sue's just popped in to say she's got the grandchildren staying. She's going to watch on the replay, but she wanted to wish everybody a happy Christmas or whatever holiday is in store for them. Thank you very much, Sue. And happy Christmas to you too. So let's pop that away. Now, this painted lavender suite has got the butterflies, the gems, the stamp set and the dies and the paper, but there is a second stamped dies. So this is another sneak peek for you. This is called Perennial Postage. It's got a really lovely Mother's Day sentiment and big hugs, which I love. And there are lots of actually really nice sentiments, not overly flowery. You might not use all of them, but I know that I'm certainly going to use them quite a bit. So, yeah, these are I really like them. And again, this is absolutely my style of word stamp, where you've got capital letters and scripty bits. And it's a red rubber stamp set, so it's very easy to chop the words up as well, should you wish to. And then these are the dies that go with. So they're designed to be stamps, different kind of stamped edges. So you've got the it's not a scalloped edge, but it's kind of a scalloped edge, definitely a stamped edge. This is actually embossing. Can you see this? It's a little butterfly and like a postmark. I'm going to show you some fun tips with that because we can ink it as well as emboss it at the same time. You've got a little spot there for making like a hole punch and a little tag as well. So this is really cool. I'm going to be using this in other craft alongs or other videos, so you'll see this a lot. But this is kind of part of the whole suite. It's called a super suite or a mega suite. So you've got 2 stamp sets, 2 dies, paper, embellishments, and so on. That's very cool. Okay. So let's do a bit of stamping, shall we? Hooray! Okay, so what have I got? I've got a Fresh Freesia card blank. That's gorgeous grape layer. I've got basic white layer for the inside, basic white layer for the top. And stamps. Sponge. More stamps. Linen thread. Okay, so we'll start out with the linen thread actually. So I'm going to do a double bow. So I love linen thread, but sometimes it is too skinny for the project. And I'm actually going to do 3 flowers, 3 flower stems on this. So I want something a bit more chunky. So what I'm going to do is use my linen thread doubled up. And I'm just going to do a bunny ears bow. And if you need to see how to tie lots of different bows, on my YouTube channel, there's actually a playlist of bows, but just type in bows and inspiring inking and you should find it. So I'm just going to tie that up, pull that, and that, and then I'm just going to trim these ends. And I may well make it smaller later. And then, oh, where's my foam pad gone? And then I'm actually going to do a happy birthday on this one and a congratulations on the next one. I realised that I actually need more congratulations cards. My team of Stampin' Up demonstrators are really amazing and they do all sorts of achievements. And I find myself often looking for congratulations cards. So I'm going to start using congratulations on more of my cards. There we go. So I've just stamped and cut that out. And of course, that's using the best family ever. And then I'm going to use these stamps. So I've got Fresh Freesia and Shaded Spruce. These are colours in the papers. Now what I do, actually, before I start that, I just want to show you. Obviously, lavender comes in many different colours and shades. So I'm just going to just show you. You can have from pinks, purples, all kinds of shades. So, you know, you can work with lots and lots of different shades when you're stamping. I'll just clean this off. One of the things that I like to do is to ink it up in one colour and add a little bit of a sponge dauber to add a bit of shade to it. So that's what I'm going to do. But I'm also using this stem as well. So let's pull that. So I'm going to stamp the stem 3 times. I'm going to put it fairly low because this stamp is actually quite big. And I'm going to overlap the stems. Now, I'm going to see if you can see this. So this is actually designed to go right at the top of the stem, but you can stamp it a bit further down if you want to. So just depending on where you've where your crossover is, we'll see how you're going to stamp it. So I've inked it up in Fresh Freesia, and I'm going to use the Gorgeous Grape just to add a little bit of darkness around the edges and stamp that down. And then I'm going to do it again. This time I'm only going to just put a little bit. So I'm going to end up with 3 very slightly different stems. Which is exactly what you would get on your lavender bush. Okay, so what I'm going to do now, actually, I was only going to put 3 in, but I'm going to put 5. Sometimes you start out with one thing and you end up with something else. So I'm going to stamp a slightly different purple this time. There we go. So we've got a full bunch of lavender there, and we've got this bit, and actually I've got a smudge here, so that is kind of how it's going to fit. But do you know what? I like it, but I don't like it as much as I want to like it. So let's go back to my original plan, which was 3. Oh, don't you love it when you start something and then you think, oh no, not quite sure about that. Right, so I'm going to put these a little bit closer together and a little bit further down. And start again. So this first one, I'm just going to leave as Fresh Freesia. And then the second one, I'm going to add some Gorgeous Grape. Like so. There we go. That's so much better. So I'm going to pop my little bow there. I'm going to use a glue dot because that will work well, and pull that down a little bit. I may trim it in a minute once I've got my sentiment on. Ooh. There we go. And then I'm just going to pop the sentiment just there. Just where the stems crisscross. Like so. There we go. You see, that's much better. That's a big bunch of lavender. That's 3 individual stems. I like that. I could always put the butterfly on there. Maybe not. So I'm very indecisive today. What's going on? So I've layered it on Gorgeous Grape, and then it's going to go on the Fresh Freesia. Like so. There you go. We'll snip that off a little bit because it's a bit too long. There we go. And as you can see how easy it is to stamp with this lavender stamp. It's really cool. So that's that one. I've got a second card to make. So I've got crumb cake this time. And then I've used one of the 3D Basics embossing folders, the sort of linen effect, again in crumb cake. Margaret's saying it's always good to change your mind. I do this often though, Margaret. Oh dear. I start out with a plan and I either sort of scribble it out. I wouldn't say I sketch it out because seriously, I have no real drawing skills, but I kind of sketch it out or I stamp it and I know what I'm going to do, but then in the moment I think, oh, I could just do that, and then actually I don't want to do that. So there we go. Right. So where did I put that die? Where did I put that die earlier? Right, okay. So I have this die. So this is the painted lavender dies. Thank you, Ali. And this one cuts 2 stems at once. Now, if that doesn't kind of make sense, that's how it cuts. And I've been cutting it out of Fresh Freesia. Ooh. And what it does is it gives you a stem that looks like this. Now that in and of itself is quite nice, but actually I want it to look like lavender. So in order to do that, I need to get my marker, and I've got a shaded spruce marker. Get my marker and colour in all the bits that should be green. Now, because this is shaded spruce, it's quite a dark green, and it easily goes over the top of the Fresh Freesia. Now, obviously, if you wanted to, you could die cut this in white or in vanilla and then colour the whole thing. But when I was playing around with it, I discovered that this worked really, really well. Just make sure that you cover kind of the sides as well. And it gives you a stem that looks like that. And like that. And like that. And like that. And then these are the other leaves. I wanted to show you that. So that's one other leaf. But then this is my favorite because this is absolutely lavender leaves. Now, my 2 favorite plants ever are lavender and rosemary, and I have both of them in abundance in my garden. But this is very much like lavender or rosemary leaves. It's really beautiful. So what I thought I would do, I've got a couple of these and a couple of these. How many have I got? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 is never going to be the right number. Need an odd number. So Let me just colour one more. We might use 3, we might use 5, but I need to make sure that I've got options. So when it die cuts these, they are 2 different patterns. So I'll show you the 2 different patterns. Let me just colour this in. So that's one, and that's the other one. So you've got one that's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 bits of lavender, and then this one's got 1, 2, 3, 4 or 5 bits. So let's see how this works. I'm going to stamp my congratulations in. Oh no, that's happy birthday. Congratulations in shaded spruce. And then let's just play around with this. So all I'm going to do is just use my die cut pieces on this one. So I've got my 2 sprigs there. And then I'm going to add these. Oh. That one's not coloured in beautifully. Let me just colour that in a bit better. There we go. Ooh. I'm just going to chop that down. And chop that off. Okay, so that's kind of my bunch. So let's kind of scoop all that up and stick it down. So what I'm actually going to do is squeeze out a bit of Tombow. This is my silicone mat. I'm just going to squiggle it so that I can just dab these die cuts in and just stick them down. If I'd have thought about this earlier, what I could have done is actually die cut this through with the adhesive sheet. That would have been ideal, but I didn't think about it. And this is just a great way of adding in glue. You can also just put tiny dots of glue on, but we're not always as precise as you kind of want to be. So let's just pop that all down on that one, like so. And then, don't know, shall I lift that one up a bit? Move that one over a little bit there. That's better. Pop that one down like so. Ooh. Stick. I'm gonna put the congratulations down. Then I'm gonna get some beautiful gems and put those on as well. Da, da, da. There we go. Move the gluey bit out of the way. Stick that one down. Do love this effect of the same color layer as card, but having embossed it. It just looks minimalistic in the sense of it's all one color, but actually what it does, that texture is just super cool. And I do like my cards to have texture. Okay, so, ooh, which colors? Let's go with the paler one, I think. How pretty is that? Very cool. And here's the other one. There we go. So let me just kind of try and move the debris out of the way. Close up the ink pads, because this is a mess. And so these products are all available from the 4th of January. You'll be able to shop in my online store. I'll make sure that once everything goes live, that there'll be links. But at the moment, sadly, unless you're a demonstrator, you can't order them. If you want to be a demonstrator, I would love to have you join my team. So there we go. So thanks, Leslie. Just going to watch on the replay. Leslie, I've seen your email. I will be replying later on today. Okay, so launch of the spring retreat is today. There'll be an email going out probably tomorrow about it, but if you go over to my blog, www.inspiringinking.com, then you will be able to book right now. I'm not going to be here next week because it's Boxing Day and it's a holiday and I've got my family here. So I'm actually going to be finishing later today, probably maybe tomorrow for Christmas. But I'll be back on the 2nd of January, which is 2 weeks today, for another craft and chat. If you are booked on to Craft Along in December, that's taking place on the 28th. That is absolutely happening, even though I'm not working, because it's not work, is it really? I'm hanging out with my crafty friends and we are creating together. So I will see some of you in about 10 days. Everyone else, have a wonderful Christmas or festive season or December, depending on what you're celebrating. And take care of yourselves. Try and remember to put your feet up. And I will see you all again in a couple of weeks. Take care till then. Goodbye.